Hi gang, hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today is kind of an odd and pleasant Sunday smoke. As you can see, I am cleaning like a crazy person, trying to clean my old apartment. Things have been a little strange. Things have gotten a bit strange since we last spoke, haven't they? It's been 2 weeks since I last posted a Sunday Stuff and Things. I had tried to prepare you as best I could to let you know that I wasn't going to have a Sunday Stuff and Things last weekend. There were still some people who were confused. Sorry about that. I think I mentioned it in the last Sunday Smoke and in the weeks leading up to it, or Sunday Stuff and Things branding. But things have been crazy. In addition to all the craziness that's going on in the world, just getting the move done, working, trying to do things in the evening, getting everything out of my old apartment. Everything's out of here finally now, and I've been cleaning for the last couple of days. So I thought I'd just do a video like this as sort of an update. I can't get into Stuff and Things studios right now because of all the social distancing and crazy things that are going on at the moment. It's just not really possible. We're gonna see what happens with that in the weeks to come. I had actually ordered a brand new background for the Stuff and Things studios, and I was hoping to put that up soon, but I haven't been able to get in there. So a lot of things are in the works. This is all kind of scattershot and pell-mell, I guess, this video at the moment, but I'm just gonna try to talk about some things. I figured I would just take this is my phone actually, but I took my gimbal and my microphone and everything with me as I'm cleaning today. I'm hoping to finish cleaning this entire apartment today. This is Saturday actually as I'm recording this, and then really get working on setting up the new apartment with my fiance. Everything's in there pretty much, but it's still in a shambles, a shambolic state. The internet is still not really a thing in the new apartment, so I don't know. I'll try to edit this and upload it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, if you're watching this, that means that it got uploaded on Sunday when it was supposed to be. What to say? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying safe. Thank you all for being patient with me. I really was hoping to have regular uploads because when everything is kind of up in the air societally, that's a word. I thought it would be nice if I could have this sense of normalcy where I'm still posting the regular videos that I would normally post. But unfortunately, circumstances have conspired to make that kind of impossible. I had a really good head start on Stuff and Things Plays videos all the way up until March 27th, which was yesterday, but unfortunately I have run out of videos and I don't know if I'm going to be able to have any for next week. Again, all of this stuff will resume its normal cadence of uploads soon, but things have just been very, very tough lately as far as all that goes. As of last Thursday, I am laid off. I can no longer work because the governor of Washington has declared that most construction work is non-essential. We were actually all ready to do a pour on Thursday morning, and then my boss called me, my dad called me Thursday morning and said, nope, it's all over. So I'm gonna have some extra time, I guess, for the next couple of weeks. So hopefully that means I can get everything set up in the new place, hopefully gain access to Stuff and Things Studios and be able to film there, film Stuff and Things Plays videos, all that good stuff. I don't know. How are all you doing? Let me know in the comments the way things are in your country, in your state, in your city. I am still... You have to be careful what you say on YouTube because apparently you can't even say the dreaded CV. That is inappropriate and will get you not banned, but demonetized, which is just ridiculous. But things were weird when we last spoke. Things have gotten even weirder. In many states, especially New York, California, and then Washington state, governors have issued basically self-quarantine orders where you're not supposed to go out, you're not supposed to be near anybody, you're not supposed to go to work. And I understand what they're doing. I understand the reasoning behind it, But still, me being sort of contrarian and sort of skeptical, I'm still not convinced that this is the best thing to be doing for the majority of people in the country, in whatever country you happen to be in. I know things are different all over the world, but there are so many people who are basically going to go bankrupt and whose lives are going to be ruined by the fact that they cannot work and that the businesses where they worked are closing down. There are so many places that are on such a narrow margin in terms of profitability that just a couple weeks without being able to be open will just destroy that business. And it's mostly the poorer people who are affected by this. So the government has tried to do some programs, unemployment boosts, stimulus checks that they're going to be sending out supposedly. And for someone who's like a libertarian for the most part and isn't hugely into government being involved in things, I don't mind them trying to make up for the fact that it's the government who is forcing people not to go to work, for good or bad. We can debate that if you want, but since they're the ones who are kind of causing people to be in these economic straits, I don't mind a stimulus. I don't know if the amount that is being discussed or has been discussed in the US is necessarily appropriate, but anyway, I think I'm going to be fine. I hope you're all going to be fine. I hope that we can get back to normal soon. I hope that I can get this done soon. This has been a very, very, very arduous task to clean this thing. After being in this apartment for 11 years, I think. I'm a pretty clean person, and some might even say OCD about cleanliness, but by the time you get all the furniture out and you get into all the nooks and crannies that you were never able to get to, it's ridiculous after 11 years. So working on that, making good progress. I did the kitchen, the stove, the refrigerator, the bedroom. Those are all completely done. So I work on the worst things first sort of credo when I'm doing a task. I want to do the thing that is the most annoying or most difficult first. So now I can kind of coast through the rest of the living room, did all the blinds and the windows and stuff, and then I have to go into the bathroom and do all that. But hopefully by today, this will all be done. Tomorrow on Sunday, I'm going to be working on getting the new apartment all set up, and then I'm going to have a lot of free time in the next coming weeks. So as long as I have internet and access to a place to film, we will continue with our normal videos. I hope you have all been doing well. Maybe just talk about in the comments what things are like where you are. Are you having shortages? Are there lines in the grocery stores? Are you able to work? Are there any sort of quarantine orders where you are at? And hopefully this all blows over soon. And again, it's more about the way people are reacting to this than the thing itself, for me anyway. And I know that there are people who are at risk, and those people need to be careful, and you need to be careful of exposing those people to things. But it's just weird to me. I ran into a buddy the other day. I had to go by the post office, and this guy is in his late 20s. He's hale and hearty, and he was wearing gloves and wearing a mask, the wrong kind of mask. It wasn't going to do anything for him. And I saw him, and he's like, "Hey, hello," and just started backing away from me. And I was, "Hey, what's going on? Let's chat for a minute." Wouldn't come anywhere near me. And it's weird. Motorcycles, this atmosphere of paranoia, and especially people who, by all accounts, would be fine if they got the illness, acting as though the world is ending. You can take precautions, you can do the things that you need to do, you can protect the people who are at risk, but you also have to have a sense of proportion and understand what's going on. Educate yourself, look into the actual reports from actual doctors, try to understand what's happening, and then act accordingly. You don't have to act like a maniac, you don't have to panic, and hopefully everyone will sort of settle into that. I think people are already getting really tired of not being able to do what they want to do. It's a weird little taste of restriction that a lot of people in the US and other places in the world aren't used to. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks. Hopefully everything can go back to somewhat normal somewhat soon. And I hope that I get to see all you soon. Please leave questions at I always forget this. Please tweet your questions at SAT Bradley with the hashtag askstuffandthings, and hopefully by next week we can have a normal Sunday Stuff and Things where I answer your questions. I also don't have my list of Patreon donors. I'm very, very apologetic for that. I'm very, very sorry. I really, really appreciate you guys now more than ever. And I want to be able to read out those shout outs next week. But thank you so much for your support on Patreon. It's really, really helpful, especially nowadays. And I don't know, let's all keep in touch. And hopefully next week we'll be back to normal. I mean, as far as uploads and all that stuff goes. And hopefully I'll have regular internet so I can be responding to you guys. I know you're still leaving comments and things, and I can check things on my phone occasionally, but it's just not the same as being able to get on my computer and go onto Twitter and go everywhere else, and Patreon and things like that, and check in with you guys. So keep all the questions coming, keep in contact. I will try to be in better contact with you once everything settles down. And I guess that's it. I got to get back to cleaning. So until next time, until we meet again, I've been a good friend, Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things on a very strange, pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things. I'll see you later. Many of you have asked me if I've been playing Animal Crossing and whether or not I'm going to be playing that on Stuff and Things Plays. Yes, I have been playing it. I haven't had a lot of time to play it, but I've been trying to play it a little bit. And maybe we'll do something on Stuff and Things Plays. But for those of you who don't know, it is a game that has sort of taken the world by storm recently. It's kind of in the zeitgeist. It's showing up everywhere on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. It's a weird little Nintendo game, kind of out of breath from all the scrubbing, where you move to a deserted island filled with anthropomorphic animals. You are a human, and then you build up your own little life. You collect furniture, you build your house, you gather fruit and bugs and fish. You donate things to the museum, fossils. You do. It's a very slow, very chill, very relaxing game, and it seems like, especially now, just the timing of when it came out March 20th, and when so many people are kind of quarantined and shut away from the world, it seems to have kind of struck a nerve where people are really, really loving this game and talking about it all the time. It's everywhere on Twitter and Instagram and things like that. So if you have a Switch, I would recommend getting this game. It is quite relaxing, quite, just sort of meditative and enjoyable. And yeah, I might be playing it on the channel. I think it's awesome. I played the other ones in the series. I played the original one on GameCube, and then I played the one on, was it DS? Yes, and then I played the 3DS one as well. They're great, and hopefully we can do something on Stuff and Things Plays as well. But yeah, now I'm done, and now I'm gonna get back to cleaning. Bye, gang. I came back. I actually finished cleaning. I'm done. It's taken a very long time. And I thought I would just come back and give some closing thoughts. It's kind of weird. I've been thinking only about getting moved out and getting everything cleaned, getting into the new place. And now that I'm here and everything's pretty much done, It's, I don't know, getting kind of wistful here. This was my home for 11 years. It's the longest I've ever lived anywhere in my entire life. We never had a house as a kid, we just rented and we moved around a lot. Various cities too, mostly in Bellingham, but yeah, we were never in a house more than a year or two. And this was such a huge swath of my adulthood spent in this house. Sorry, it's so echoey, but there's no furniture or rugs or anything in here anymore. And now I'm leaving. And it's kind of sad. But it's also kind of exciting. It's actually very exciting when I think about the reason I'm leaving. It's because I'm moving in with my fiance. So it's sort of the end of one chapter, the beginning of another, and I'm excited. And in spite of all the nonsense that's going on in the world right now, I think that good things are in store for me and hopefully for you as well. So, yeah, let's just look around a little bit. Seems so small with nothing in it. I spent so much time here. This right here, this area, I don't know if you can see, let me do my trigger here. This area, this is where I edited every single video that ever posted on Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things Plays. I have my desk and workstation here. And that started, what, 6 years ago now? 5 or 6? I can't even remember. But I lived here a lot longer. A lot before that even began. My view out the windows here, probably get blown out by the light, but you can see the water, Bellingham Bay. If the light were a little different, you can see the mountains out in the distance. See the homeless shelter right across the street. This was a great place. I am going to miss it. But not too much. I'm tired. It's been a very hectic, very busy, very stressful last couple weeks. But at least with moving and getting settled into the new place, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully for all of us, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel of this CV nonsense, this pandemic, and things can get back to normal. I guess that's going to be it for me. I know this is probably my third or fourth sign off on this Sunday Stuff and Things, but this time for sure, until next time, until we meet again in a new place, well, hopefully it'll be in Stuff and Things Studios again, but I'll show you my new place. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things. I'll see you later.